Good evening. How you doing? Or is it afternoon? Good afternoon. We'll call it afternoon. How are you? Good to see you. Hey, I was thinking about something. I was thinking about this because I'm going to be talking about it tomorrow. And also I was thinking about it just because of some things that have happened in life. Probably things that have happened to all of us at one point or another. And here's the thought. Don't give other people a level of power in your life that they don't deserve. A level of power that they're not supposed to have. Here, let me explain a little bit. I was talking with two friends one time. So there were three of us talking, and the one person was telling the other two of us about this situation that was going on in her life, and it involved somebody that she worked with, and this person that she worked with was causing trouble. He was being hurtful. What he was doing really was a disruptive thing in her life and in her work life. And what she was describing really was something negative. Anybody who heard her would have said, yeah, that's not good. But as she was talking with us, I think both of us, the two of us who were listening, I think both of us had the feeling that even though this was, yes, it was something bad, perhaps she was making it more than it had to be. Again, it wasn't a good situation. Absolutely. We'll grant that all day long. But I think both of us were thinking that maybe there's a possibility that she was letting this be too big. You know what I mean? She was allowing this thing to be too bothersome, really in a way, too controlling in her life. And at one point, as we were talking and listening, this other person who was listening with me said, and by the way, she said this in a very loving way. This wasn't mean or insensitive. She was genuinely trying to be helpful. She really was. But she said to this person, she said, hey, don't let him have this much control over you. You don't let him do this. She said, this person is taking up too much space in your head. I thought that was kind of an interesting way of putting it. She said, he doesn't deserve to have this much dominance over your thoughts, over your feelings. She said, you don't have to give this much of your head to him. Don't let him control whether you're happy. Don't let him have control over whether you feel peace. And as she was saying this, I just remember sitting there kind of nodding my head and thinking, this is such good advice. This is helpful. This is very good advice. This is correct advice. Hey, friends. If we walk with God and we don't allow it. Now, there's a big God factor here. We need God. Absolutely. God. We need God's help. But we have a measure of control in this too. We have free will. God gives us free will. So if we're walking with God, if we don't allow it, we can control. We don't have to allow someone else to steal the peace that we have. We do not have to allow another person to steal the joy that we have in him. Don't give somebody else that level of power in your life. This is what we're going to be talking. This is actually one of the points that we're going to be talking about tomorrow at the church service, along with some other things. We're going to be talking about God being with us and helping us and giving us strength. And I invite you to come and be with us tomorrow. First Church of God, 4600 West 111th Street. Service times are 9 a.m. and 11 a.m. So just a few blocks east of Cicero Avenue on 111th Street. Oh, you'll be blessed if you come. Now, some of you are saying, Dan, what about the snow? What about... This is Chicago. We're Chicagoans. You got an inch or 2, 3 inches of snow. That doesn't bother us one. We love that kind of stuff. So don't let the snow stop you. Come and be with us tomorrow. You'll be blessed. 9 a.m., 11 a.m. Come and see me.